Hello all. So this is just like a video of four finger claws or five finger claws for those of you, for those Nigerian players who keep asking how do you set your phone to be able to play with four fingers or play with five fingers. So this is the video for it. I've been promising to make this video. I haven't really gotten the time to actually do it. So for now, I'll just say I have my free period at work. I say let me just use this time to do the video. So for the start, I'll be using AEK. I'm using AEK. This is a very good build AEK, very powerful. It's very responsive and it's fast. And the accuracy is top notch. The accuracy is top notch. You can't miss your shot. Even if somebody can down here, you will get them killed easily. So the build for those of you who are concerned, who want to know the build I use. So it's nothing much. It's just a 90k build. I love one S scope. I love to use one S scope in every map entirely. This sniping map is not really for me, but I can still show you guys how to get the best sensitivity settings for each scope. It's very easy. So even if I want to use 3.5s scope or 4.5s scope, I can still set it to the best way. I can make use of it even if I want to do PvP with it or far distance fight battle with enemies. I will still know how to set it. So for the RPK, it's nothing much. It's just like just not that bad. Yeah, it's not that expensive. Like there are guns worth 100 and something k. So this is just 90k. It's below 100. It's still cheap, kind of cheap, but it's very effective. It's active. It kills T6. It kills whatever you want to do. As long as you're using BS, I'm using like BS, the best bullet for the gun. That's level 5. Even though the gun doesn't have level 6 bullets, it's still something. It's accurate. It's very accurate. Accurate. That's one thing you need in this game is accuracy. You need accuracy in this game. You need accuracy in this game. You need accuracy. So accuracy is one of the things you need in this gun. Accuracy is what you need in this game. So for the four finger claws, so you go to your settings. This is the ones I use. This is one I use. I use this first one. So your hip fire will be up here, while your ADS will be here. Then you're using your index finger to use for your aiming of your right. You talk about you have left and right. So the right one will be for the ADS, to scoping ADS, or quickly lie down while shooting or while fighting or something, or jumping up. You still have to use that same right index finger to do it, or whatever you want to do. Throw grenade, quick throw. You have to quick throw. You still that same finger you use to do your quick throw. Then for the ADS, for the picking, when you ADS, you would like to, you have to pick when you are at a corner. So you have to pick to see your enemy. So that's when you use your thumb to do whether you pick left or you pick right. Pick left, pick right. So that's what your thumb will do. Your thumb will do that job, making it more convenient for you to control, to have all buttons at the right spot for you to control and fight. Instead of when you want to fight, start looking for which button is. That one will get you killed, because this game is a very fast paced game. So you need to be quick in everything. You need to be able to access your button, to locate your button wherever they are, to make use of them in a very aggressive, intensive fight. So you need to make it simple. It's more of setting the buttons where you'll be able to, the controls, more of setting the controls where you'll be able to reach them easily without stress, because you need to be fast. You need to reach them fast and without stress, without anything delaying you or misclicking it. Understand? So this one is convenient for me, for those using low device like small screen devices like this. You're not using tab to play, you're using small devices just like me. So this is the best four finger claws or five finger claw settings for you. Then here, the left on the left hand, you have the hip fire button, the one you use and shooting. So use your index finger to do it. So though most people, if you're using like five finger claw, if you want to play with five finger, I would advise you to use your middle finger for the hip fire, while your index finger will be for bending, changing scope, checking your meds, checking your backpack, and all those things. But your middle finger will be for the hip fire. That's for the 5 finger clause users. It's more faster for you, sir. But if you're using 4 finger, 4 finger is still okay. What 5 finger clause can do is the same thing that 4 finger clause can do. So the 5 and 4, there's no much difference. Just that the 5 will be much better when you are using a bigger screen. Yes, to be much better when you're using a bigger screen. For those of you using iPad, it's more convenient for you to use 5 finger, because in small screens, in smaller screen like this phone, you guys to make use of 5 finger is usually kind of a little bit hard. You could misclick on some things. Maybe when you want to hit fire or ADS, you misclick it, which is equals to death for you in a very intensive fight. Especially those aggressive players that do push here and there. So it's more of a lose battle for you, a lost battle. So back to the settings. So you have your joystick. Your joystick is more of where you move, your movement, how you move. You use your left thumb finger. That's what you used for the movement to move. Eh? That's what you use to move. So if you have to make the fingers, the control buttons to be whether visible or less, more of transparent. The transparency, whether you want it more visible or less visible. This is where you will get it from. Here at the top, the drop down option. If you press the top thing, there will be a drop down option where you will have to work on the transparency. My own is at the 37 for most buttons. I don't want everything to be like visible on the screen, so you'll be able to see clearly, fight clearly, to avoid obstructions while pushing players or while running in an open map or open space. Let the transparency of your control not hinder you from spotting a player or an enemy from a far distance. Because some people are really good in this game when it comes to sniping. They are very good at it. So these are most of the things you have to avoid. Mhm. So for the sensitivity settings, so my overall sensitivity is 100, which is normal. It's the median. The median is the overall. Then for the swiping acceleration mode, you don't need to use distance speed or sliding speed. The sliding speed will work best if you're using iPad. And if you have to use sliding speed, make sure you set the acceleration at 150, below 150, between 140 and 150 at least. Let it be between 140 and 150. Don't do more than that, don't do less than that, for those of you using iPad. Then for the ones using small screen devices like mine, so you have to use fixed speed is just the best for small screen devices. That's just the best. Then when it comes to my camera sensitivity, you will see that there is no ADS. The no ADS is at 100. Everything here is 100 100. Understand? You don't really need to do much there, because that the 100 for each is balanced for me. It works for me though, because I don't really need my screen to be like too fast, too this thing. Because when you have good network, you will need faster what's it more sensitivity to work with your controls. That's if you have what's it called, if you have good network, like your ping is below 50, you need that speed, you need everything that will make you fast, because your network is fast, which means you have no issue with lagging or any of that. So you have to make sure you have a very high sensitivity, because the higher your sensitivity, the faster your player. This one thing most people don't really know in this game. Sensitivity usually makes your player faster. That's why you be like, why are these guys pushing me? They are so fast. Speed hack. It's not really speed hack, it's sensitivity. Most people will turn up this sensitivity to 200. Most players, they will turn it to 200. They wouldn't really mind. So it's more of a matter of having a good network, because when you don't have good network, it exactly means your screen is not stable. You're not in time with the game. So when you're being too fast, you could get yourself killed. So I just leave everything as 100 to manage our country network for those of us here in Africa that we know we don't have the Arena AB server here in Africa. So we know that we are finding it difficult to actually enjoy the full experience of this game, because of the poor network. Understand? So when you come over to the firing sensitivity, I left the no ADS at 85. The no ADS is more of when you're trying to look at somebody or swipe your screen left or right to look at somebody without having to shoot. There's a difference between firing sensitivity and no firing sensitivity, which is for the this thing, camera sensitivity. Camera sensitivity is just more of when you are not shooting, but you're just using your scope to look at a far distance, to move from here to here, to move your scope. How fast that swiping should be. That's what this sensitivity is all about. This camera sensitivity. Why this firing sensitivity is more of when you are shooting at somebody, maybe you scoping or you are not scoping in. The no ADS is just more of hip fire. No ADS here. It means hip fire. Like you're not using ADS. Like you're not using scope. You're just spraying. For those of us that uses VSS, we should know this, that we don't really need a scope for VSS rifle. So we just spray. That's what no ADS is for. So you don't really need to put it that high. Let's say the 85 is good for it for any type of player. It works for anybody. That 85 is okay. So when you are pushing a player, it's not all the time you have the time to scope in and shoot. Most times you just spray without scoping in, without ADS. So that's it. Then the iron sight is when you're not using scope at all. There's no scope on the gun. That's what they're calling iron sight. Most of you who are curious to know what is this iron sight, when they say sight is not really a scope for this when it comes to iron sight. You know, there is sight when you talk about sight, you're talking about scope on a gun when it comes to this game. But they're talking about iron sight, which means there's no scope on it. It's just the metal of the gun, the metal that's on top of the gun. You're not using any scope, not even 1S scope or this thing. You're using iron sight. Though some iron sight they have 1S iron sight that is there, but it's not a scope. It's more of something that just to help you get accuracy, even when you're not using scope. You understand? So that's that. For 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 1S scope, under the firing sensitivity, I left mine at 170. It works for me. You understand? It works for me. Though some players will want it high, but that high will actually make you too fast. For those of you using small screen, to make you too fast, like to over clip it, because you know your screen is not that big. You know, any small thing you do to be faster, you draw too fast, you draw too low. Anything you do is just too fast on the screen. So you have to keep it at a very convenient sensitivity for you. You have to get that convenient level of sensitivity for yourself. Understand? So you may be missing your shot, or maybe over moving or over aiming over something. You know, when sensitivity is high, your character will be like fast. Remember, like I said before, so higher sensitivity means faster character. Your character will be faster than it should be. When you say, I need speed, yes, the speed actually has to do with your sensitivity. That's why more of these teamings, when you look at teaming in a game, you've come across teaming or bot players, you see how slow they are. It's because they're using just the normal sensitivity. While most people that use that crank their sensitivity level up, you see how fast they are. That's why you call them, you say they are legends, they are demons, they are this thing, it's just about the speed, you understand? They use the sensitivity settings for it, the high sensitivity for it. Then when it comes to gyroscope, now this is the most important aspect of all this. For those of you who wants to use FAL, you find it difficult in using FAL. You'll be like, I cannot use FAL. Oh. Each time I'm using FAL to shoot, the bullet usually used to go up. This is the place, this is where the secret of FAL lies. That FAL you're seeing, that FAL rifle, this is where it lies. Falcon rifle. This is where it lies. Then for this no ADS, you know what it means now. Like I've explained, no ADS is when you're shooting without scoping it, without using scope. That's just spray. That's no ADS. You actually need gyroscope in it. Let me show you what gyroscope does. You see, look at my screen. My screen is moving. Even though I'm not pressing, I'm not moving. I'm not using this thing to move. I'm just shaking my screen and it's shaking. If I want to shake it, or if I shake my phone screen, it's shaking. That's what gyroscope does. So when you aim at player, like I said, when you aim at player, instead of trying to use your moving your right thumb to get your shot, to move your screen to get shot, you can just use gyroscope to get to move and get whatever you want to shoot. So it will make it easy for you to control any gun recoil. For those guns that go up, you try to bend your screen downwards. When you bend your screen downward, not upright, downwards. When you bend it downwards, it will help bring the control, the recoil control, help make you get your shot accurately instead of making it go up. Because if you bend it upwards, your screen will just go up. If you bend it downwards, it comes down. You understand? So that's one of the good thing about gyroscope. I really like gyroscope. Without gyroscope in this game, I wonder how fast it can be. Your character will not really be fast; to be slow. Though there are like good players that don't use gyroscope. It's normally you. I'm just telling you. But left for me, if you want to find it really easy to control any gun, use gyroscope. But if you still want to play the game without gyroscope, it's still possible. It's still possible. It's to just go in and toss around with your sensitivity levels to get the perfect sensitivity settings for yourself. It's possible. You understand? Um, it's not like gyroscope is compulsory, but but those of you who want to be fast to shooting and getting your accuracy, you have to actually have gyroscope. Gyroscope will make your hitting be stable. Your gun will be stable. Wherever you point it at is where it will go to. Wherever you point at is where it will go to. So you don't need to start when you're shooting at it, start going up, you start dragging with it, start shooting like this. You will not get your accuracy. You will not be your shot will not be accurate. Start shooting at players like this. You will miss a lot. Understand? So but when it's accurate, you get your shot right. Understand? You get your shot right. You get your shot right. So that's the benefit of gyroscope. Gyroscope is very, very important. But those of you who want to turn it on, you turn it on here. You come to your what's it called? Your settings. When you come to general setting, you come to you scroll down, you come to gyroscope settings, you have it on always on instead of close or on ADS or you say ADS on, set it on always on. You understand? So come to gyroscope at the right corner, you will see off and on. Always leave it at on. Then this invert Y axis need to be off. Why the inverter X axis need to be off also. You don't really need it. You understand? So you just leave it off. Then for the gun pattern, here we go for gun pattern. Each gun in this game has gun pattern. That's what most people don't know. They just want to pick up a gun and start shooting at it. When the gun goes left, right, they will say, I don't like this gun, I don't like this gun. Yes, you don't like the gun because you don't know about the gun. You have to study each gun before you make use of them, before you know how to make use of them. Most people don't study guns, they just pick up gun because they watch YouTube. They just pick up gun and go. One YouTuber will use 3S scope on a gun, MK14, and get their shot right. You use it, your shot will be rubbish. You'll be thinking it's your fault, you'll be thinking it's from your device, you'll be thinking the game is trash, you'll be thinking it's your network. Baba is from your own settings. You understand? So you need to know this gun pattern, have knowledge of guns to actually be good in this game. This is what makes you a professional in this game, a pro player. It's not just about shooting, running around, shooting, wiping people. No, the kind of things you do, your movement, the way you do, the way you use things, how you manage things, how you consider, how you calculate, is what actually makes you a pro player. How smart you are. You call it high level of gaming IQ. When you have a game IQ that's very high, understand? That's when you make use of it. Though now they are calling it skill issue. When you don't know what to do or don't do it the right way, they call it skill issue. Yes, which is true. That's the best word for it. A skill issue. You're having skill issues. Yes. So for the gun pattern, RPK doesn't really have like gun pattern. It's just straight up. It just goes straight for me. It's just straight and a little bit slanted. So instead of dragging your screen up or downwards like this, just try to slant it a little bit when you're shooting. Slant it a little bit when you're shooting. So that when you slant it tight, it will help you stop moving up. With the help of your gyroscope, always bend your screen towards that slanted way. That way you get your shot right. Your shot will be accurate. Understand? For those of you too trying to use FAL, like even FAL, there are different guns. Look at FAL here. FAL has a different. I'm using one of the worst build anyways. This is actually the worst top for FAL. FAL is the worst build of FAL. One of the worst build. You will likely miss your shot. You understand? So this is one I collected from a guy yesterday in farm lockdown. I will play this day. So I collected it from this guy. So I will just use it anyways. I will use it anyways, just to show you what I mean by using a good stock on FAL. So this is just like a cheap stock. The stock is 4K. It's not like it's not good. It's kind of good actually, but it's just like controlling it, the aspect of controlling the recoil. Understand? It makes it even more harder, more this thing. So FAL has its own gun pattern. Understand? When you shoot at FAL, what happens? You see, you can't compare this FAL now with RPK. That RPK, look at how straight it went and a little bit slanted. But look at FAL, it just went slanted straight up. You understand? This is what most players are facing. You don't want to shoot at player. You keep going up, keep going up. They'll be like, I can't use this gun. I don't like this gun. This gun is hard to use. And this gun will get you killed all the time if you don't know the gun pattern, if you don't know how to set it, how to use it, if you don't use gyroscope on it for those beginner players. So when a player is at a very far distance from you, there's no way you can get this player. There's no way because you don't know the gun, you don't have knowledge of the gun. But if you know it, if you know the gun pattern of this gun, this thing, the recoil this thing for this gun, the gun pattern and the recoil pattern, because each gun has gun pattern like I said and recoil pattern. That recoil pattern is what I'm telling you that it will go up and go faster. You see, You see that there's no way you control that if you don't know it. So try slanting it sideways instead, down towards down. Like instead, you see, look at my screen. You see, I'm going left now. This is right. This is down. This is up. No, try slanting it. Slant is more of you're not going inside, you're not going down. You're just sliding it between left and downwards. Just between it, and you have to slide it down, sliding like this. Instead of going like this or like this, you go like this. You understand? That way to help get the see, it's what I did, Abby. So instead of just shooting without any buffer time, to keep going on, try to control it to be slightly tight. That makes it understand. This stock I use in this file is not really good for recoil control, but because of the fact that I know the gun pattern, I'm able to manage it, make use of it, and get my shot right. Understand? Let it be stable. Even as a player, you can actually kill a player fast with this. BTC, as far as you're using the bullet, you can actually get a player from a far distance. Understand? You're using a good bullet. By the time you hit them one or two, you get them. This is the part where people think that using file is hard because they don't know the reason, the gun pattern. Understand? They don't know the gun pattern. That's why they will keep complaining. It's hard. It's hard. I don't really like this gun. I can't make use of it. It's hard. Understand? It's hard. So the control is different from one of the other people. So and one thing about file, this gun slaps. It's so aggressive, it's so hot, like it hits hard, like it hits really hard. So even if you are spraying at somebody, you don't even need to be accurate with all your bullets, as long as you are getting your shot. You don't need, as far as you are spraying, you are getting the recoil control direction of the gun. You don't need to worry about whether you are hitting the player or you are getting all the hits. Once you hit the player twice out of all this spray, if you're able to hit that player twice, that player should be dead. Understand? As long as you're using M61, let me change this to M61. You know, here, this infinite ammo, you have M80, you have, see, M80 takes more time. Let me see that M80. M80 takes more time. You see, M61, M62 is there, M62 is there, too. M62 is this one. Let me use it. M62. So, most of you now, I want to tell you something that you don't know. Look at the difference between shooting at these dummies and this will I call it player or bot. You see, but it's more accurate on the bot because the what's it called, the aim assist here, the aim assist plays a role in recoil control that most people don't really know. So when you are in a training, you want to find your best sensitivity setting, you have to turn it off. Do you know why? Look at when it's on, it's hard to pull off from this player. You see, so what's happening, Abi? It's hard to pull out of this player because it's locked in. It's more of locking in. For those of you used to watch all these war movies, you see that the rocket used to lock in on a target. All those missiles that used to come out from those fighter jets. To first of all lock in. Once they lock in, to show green and release and start following that plane to hit it and kill and explode it. So it's more of what aim assist does. It locks in. So when it locks in, it will be hard to pull off. So when you are doing PvP, you're trying to, after shooting at this player, you want to kill 3 people at once. It will be hard to just pull up from a player. At times, if you may aim at this player, the aim assist will go to another player, which will make you miss your aim. You just die instantly. You start wondering how I missed my shot. How? That's the work of the aim assist. Aim assist can be good, it can be bad for you. So when you are shooting at a very far distance, you have to use aim assist when you're shooting at a very far distance, because aim assist will help you get your shot fast. You understand? You have to get your shot fast. Help you get your shot fast. But if you want to do PvP, turn it off. When you know that players are very close to you, like you're inside somewhere, inside hotel, inside farm motel, or any place that is hidden, that is inside, or the player is very close to you, turn it off. That way you'll be able to pull out easily from that one and shoot another player. Understand? Without you having to hinder you. Understand? Because it's more active when it comes off. So you have to make sure you turn it off. You have to make sure you turn it off. This one most people don't really know. So it's a good thing that you have this knowledge of foul. Don't forget what I said. Knowledge of foul gun pattern, the gun pattern of FAL or any gun for that matter. So before you use any gun and go into the raid, come out. You can come to this wall. Always make use of this wall here because this wall is long enough in order to show you what you're looking for. You understand? So you will just go. So now these settings for when it comes, we are coming back to the clause, the 4-finger clause or 5-finger clause. The way I set my control will make it easy for you to do anything you want to do. For those of you who want that some players will be running towards you, they'll just bend down and start shooting at you. You want to learn it, you want to be fast like that, just like that. You can do it. It's just about settings. You understand? Within my settings, you can do it. 4-finger clause, you can do it. Just bend down and shoot. Understand? Bending down will actually make your shooting more accurate than standing up. Understand? To make your accuracy more better than standing up. That's what most people don't know. You can actually hit a headshot. I can get a headshot while bending down much better. Understand? Those of you who like to fly and do the same thing at the same time, you jump, you spray at a player. You don't use hip fire. You want to jump and spray. Or you run. You're not running, you just shoot. Like that. Actually do it. You can do it. It's all about the setting. Understand? It's more of the setting. You can do any trick you want. Jiggle peek. For those of you who want to stay behind walls and do jiggle peek, you can actually do it. So it's more of tap. It's FAL. It's FAL. It's more of tap. If you want to do it, actually do it's more of tap. So it can be fast with your screen. Your finger will be very fast. Your fast finger is what makes you a pro. You have to be fast. You have to have that Z to move fast. Take out player, take out T6, take out T7, take out whatever. You have to be fast with shooting. Anybody on top of the mountain, on top of building, you can get them to do it. See, there was a player up there, they are dead. So you have to be very fast. Very fast for recoil control. Use your FAL. Imagine modifying this gun using the best stock for this FAL. How more stable it will be. To be extremely stable for you. Using the best stock for FAL to be more stable for you. Understand? But the gun is very, very hard. It's a hard hitting gun with a very tough recoil control. So you have to make sure you use the best build for it. You have to make sure you do the best. You always use the red pipe. Okay, let me just quickly tell you about the best build for it. So you have to use like the red pipe. Understand? So something like, let me use the RPK instead. This same stock, you can use it on FAL. That's one good thing about all this stuff. Understand? There's pipe in this. This one is the stock. Understand? This here is this cabin. Cabin is the stock. This is what we call the stock. Cabin. It's actually the cabin. The game calls it cabin. Or what we call it more of stock. So let's go with the cabin. By the time you separate the cabin from the pipe, let's see. Look at the pipe here. This is the pipe here. This is what the pipes look like. This one is for RPK. So for FAL, always use the red one. Don't use the black one or any other one. Just always use the red one for FAL, for FAL. Use the red one for FAL. I'm telling you, to make your recoil even more stable. Now, this stock here that we call cabin, this one here, this one is black, which is actually the best one. You have to make use of this one. Don't use the yellow one. Though the yellow one is not the brown one. Will I call it brown or yellow? It's not that bad, actually. It's not bad. It's actually good. But if you're using FAL, go for this black one. I'm telling you, go for this black one. This cabin comes with this cabin now. This cabin will go, this little one will go to this bigger one, which makes it even more expensive. It's 15k. Can you imagine? It's 15k, and he worth it. He worth that price. Even though it's expensive, he worth that price. So always use it with that red pipe, the red one, the red colored pipe before starting to FAL, to make the recoil even more easier. It's just that I don't have this thing here. I would have tried it on this FAL. You understand? I would have tried it on this FAL to show you how better it will be. To be more stable, to control recoil is more stable. You understand? You can actually use and always use your gyroscope. Bend your screen when shooting FAL to make it even help you get more accuracy. You understand? No matter where the person is, you can just easily hit them without having to worry about what and what. You understand? Even if you want to throw nade, you are shooting at a player. Let's say you are fighting right now. You are fighting a player. You are fighting a player. And you want to throw quick throw. You can actually quick throw, jump. Understand? Throw your grenade. For quick throw. And one thing I want to tell you guys that this what is it called? This quick throw. There's something about this throwing grenade with quick throw. Understand? Looking at this point, look at this dot on my screen, Abby. Most of all used to follow it. Most times we will throw it, it will bounce on something. Because you're not getting it, you have to make sure that your setting button is right in the middle. Or you can go here, you can go to settings. Actually, go to settings. You see this auxiliary front sight. You need to turn it on. This when you turn it on, you see there's a white something in the middle of my screen. That's like a pointer. You know, it's like a pointer. It's like in the middle of my screen. I seen it, but that's what that button does. That settings does. When you turn it on, it will appear there. So making it easy for you to hit fire without actually having to scope into ADS. You just hit fire. You just hit fire. Understand? So instead of putting it in the middle like this, try to move it side a little bit like this, close to the player like this. That way you get your shot like this. If you are spraying, you understand? When you are spraying, you get it a little bit just close to the player. Because most times you put it close to the player like this, you miss your shot. Because of this is TC, that's why it's not dying fast. This is level 5. Actually one of the best TCs. Understand? So you more of spray. And when you are spraying, always bend down and spray. Don't stand and spray because you are likely to miss most of your shots. If you're not using like aim assist, like this aim assist, you're likely to miss most of your shot. If you're going to play without scope, just you're playing with iron sight, always leave your aim assist on, whether close range or no close range. You see, Abby, this iron sight, this is what they call iron sight. Yeah, there's no scope on the gun. I remove the 1S scope or whatever 3.5S scope, whatever scope that you just remove it. So this is just like iron sight. The iron sight. So you need aim assist for hip fire without scope like this. You need aim assist. Aim assist will help locking the enemy. You see, but it's hard to pull. It's coming hard to pull. It's so hard to pull. It's still because of the aim assist. The aim assist is doing his job. Understand? It's doing his job. The aim assist is doing his job. So when you turn it off like this, it becomes more this thing for you for close range. But if you're using hip fire without any scope, always turn it on. It will help even get your target. That's why at times you will see players will just spray you from far. One will just hit your head, bang, you just die. Is what aim assist does. Aim assist actually helps for that. That's why always turn it on when you want to shoot at somebody at a very fast distance. You have to turn it on. Understand? So that's that for the sensitivity, recoil control knowledge for those Nigerian players who really want that kind, close explanation, detailed explanation of these controls and the importance and everything. Understand? So if you want to know, for those my Nigeria guys, then make I talk in our own way now. This is how you do it. There's no two ways about it. There's no two head in it or any other way about it. This is just it. Understand? Understanding the recoil control, the gun pattern, the recoil control sensitivity, the best sensitivity for your recoil control, the gyroscope, the best sensitivity for gyroscope. You understand? So that's that, guys. Have a very nice one. GG's.